As an organisation, we're 44 years old. We've got 100 stores now across the UK and some in Ireland as well. Probably an unknown fact, we're actually the biggest upholstery manufacturer in Europe with 3 of our own factories in the Midlands. And we produce a phenomenal amount of our own orders for customers. But we have an extended range available, mainly through our online channels, but again for our store staff to sell in store. And that consists of dining, beds, some outdoor furniture. And really, we're best known as the sofa experts. That's what people come to DFS for. We have a site in the UK which is optimised for tablet, desktop a close second, and we also have a specific mobile experience. We have the same for Ireland, both for the desktop site and a mobile experience. And you might see around the store that we have a number of kiosks. Those kiosks are a second iteration from our perspective, and they're heavily used by our sales staff in store to help sell both the current range of products that are here on the shop floor. If a customer wants to see it in a different colour or a different piece that we might not have in store, it is of limited size, then they'll use the kiosk to do that. And we know that since we introduced that second iteration, which is very touchscreen, and also just customers, that's how they expect to use devices these days, that's working fantastically well. I mean, the reason for looking at both using Salmon and Rackspace were all around the online offering and technology that we used. The website was very bespoke. It had been around for about 6 or 7 years and had changed constantly throughout that period. But we were at a point in time whereby we wanted to take more control of our own destiny and bring more of the operations inside to DFS. In doing so, we looked at a number of platform options. We ended up with IBM WebSphere, and we chose Salmon simply from the point of view of they are the best in Europe from the point of view of delivering WebSphere as a platform for retail organisations. From a hosting provider point of view, we were already a Rackspace customer, and when we looked at the benchmarking and other providers out there in the marketplace, we knew of the service level we got from Rackspace. Commercially, we were happy, and actually we managed to run that environment along with Salmon with a very, very small internal team. And really, we want to be able to concentrate on doing business and actually evolving and doing new things for customers. We want the technology and operations to be seamless and therefore not have to any of our salespeople or any of our staff to think about it. It just works. And that's what we were buying into when we went with the Salmon Rackspace combination.
We've jointly invested in internal processes and requirements together to make sure that when a client does come to us and say, hey, we want to use Salmon and Rackspace to do this, instead of it being a long drawn out process where you have to start from scratch, we've already got built up processes together which are jointly created, so that when we do say let's go and deliver something, the provisioning of the hardware is very quick, the environments are built quickly, we know how it's going to work, and that gives the client a lot of confidence that frankly we know what we're doing, so that when they say we need to hit an April deadline because we're going to be doing some massive PR, press and marketing, that when they ask us to actually hit that deadline, we will hit it.
From a team point of view and online and digitally, you know, we're still relatively a small team and evolving all the time. And you know, when you get partners together who are great at what they both do and they can work well with an internal team, then you know, pulling that strength together makes a massive difference. And you know, really honestly, I think those relationships help make or break many projects. And having intelligent people in the room or on conference calls always makes a massive difference. And I can safely say, from a Rackspace Salmon point of view, you know, we do have some great people working on our account. And I'd like to think that they feel part of our business as well.